The desert wind moves slowly across the endless sands of ancient Egypt. The sun burns fiercely over the land, and the great Nile River flows through the desert. But beneath the beauty of this land, there was suffering. Egypt was ruled by a powerful and arrogant king, Pharaoh. Pharaoh claimed that he was a god and forced people to worship him. Among the people living under his rule were the children of Israel. They were treated as slaves and forced to work day and night building cities and monuments. Pharaoh feared a prophecy. It said that a boy would be born among the children of Israel who would one day destroy Pharaoh's power. Terrified, Pharaoh ordered his soldiers to kill every newborn boy among the Israelites. Homes were searched. Mothers cried in fear. But Allah's plan could not be stopped. At that very time, a child was born. His name was Prophet Musa, Moses. His mother feared the soldiers, so she placed the baby in a wooden chest and gently set it afloat on the Nile River, trusting Allah. The river carried the child to the palace of Pharaoh. When the chest was opened, Pharaoh's wife, Asiya bint Muzahim, felt compassion and convinced Pharaoh to adopt the baby. And so Musa grew up inside the palace of the very ruler he would one day challenge. Years passed, and Musa became a strong and courageous man who cared deeply for the oppressed. One day he saw an Egyptian man beating an Israelite. When Musa tried to stop the fight, he accidentally struck the Egyptian too hard and the man died. Fearing punishment, Musa fled Egypt and traveled across the desert. Eventually he reached the land of Madian, where he helped two women draw water for their sheep. Their father welcomed Musa and offered him a place to live. Musa stayed there for several years and married one of the daughters. Years later, while traveling back toward Egypt with his family, Musa saw a strange fire on a mountain. When he approached it, Allah spoke to him and chose him as a prophet. Allah commanded Musa to return to Egypt and deliver a message to Pharaoh: worship Allah alone and free the children of Israel. Musa asked that his brother Prophet Aaron, help him, and Allah granted his request. Together they went to Pharaoh's palace. Musa told Pharaoh to stop oppressing the people and believe in Allah. But Pharaoh mocked him. To show the truth, Allah gave Musa miracles. His staff turned into a great serpent and his hand shone with bright light. Still, Pharaoh refused to believe. He gathered the greatest magicians of Egypt to challenge Musa. Before a huge crowd, the magicians threw their ropes and staffs, making them appear like moving snakes. Then Musa threw his staff, and it became a real serpent that swallowed their illusions. The magicians immediately realized it was a miracle from Allah and believed in the Lord of Musa and Harun. Pharaoh was furious and continued his oppression. As a result, Allah sent signs upon Egypt, plagues that struck the land. Yet Pharaoh still refused to change. Finally, Allah commanded Musa to lead the children of Israel out of Egypt. One night, Musa led thousands of people into the desert. When Pharaoh discovered their escape, he sent his army to chase them. Soon the Israelites reached the Red Sea. Behind them was Pharaoh's army, before them was the sea. The people panicked, but Musa said with faith, "My Lord is with me, he will guide me." By Allah's command, Musa struck the sea with his staff. The sea split apart, creating a path between towering walls of water. The Israelites crossed safely. Pharaoh and his army followed them into the sea. But when they reached the middle, the waters crashed down and drowned Pharaoh and his army. And the tyranny of Pharaoh finally came to an end. The story of Musa teaches us a powerful lesson. No matter how powerful a tyrant may seem, the truth will always prevail, and those who trust in Allah will never be abandoned.